What's up, everybody? This is Reverend Guns, and today we're going to be taking apart and cleaning a Palmetto State Armory Dagger Compact. This is 9mm. So the first thing we want to do is check it and make sure it is clear and safe to work on. So right here behind the trigger is the mag release. When you press it, it pops the magazine out. We don't need this, so set it aside for now. Next, when we pull the slide all the way back, we'll use the slide lock here and push it up to lock it in place. So pull the slide back, lock it up, and now we can look down inside the barrel there and see that there's nothing in it. Alright, to disassemble it, you'll want to release the slide lock, you'll want to pull the trigger, and you'll notice there's two tabs here, one there and one there. The idea is to pinch it and pull downward while the slide is back a little bit. So pull it back just a little bit, pinch and pull the tabs down. Now let go of the slide, let go of the tabs, and this should just slide right off. To take out the guide rod, you have to compress it this way and lift it up from the back. So compress and lift. Same thing with the barrel. Basically, you just kind of wiggle it forward and pull it out from the back. These are the pieces we're going to be cleaning today. So I'm going to grab my gun cleaner here and give everything a quick squirt. And now, I'll explain to you the tools I've got sitting here. I've got a soft bristle brush. It's got a little detailing on the end of it. Easy to get the small places. I've got a harder bristle brush for the real stubborn carbon. I don't use the metal or brass brushes because I don't want to accidentally scratch up or scrape up anything. So I just stick with the nylon. That's more than good enough. Gun cleaner. I recommend you try them. Try the different kinds and see which one you like best. It's all based on opinion. We've got a 9mm barrel brush or 357. Same thing. Got a 357 Jag. We don't need any of these tools up here, but we do need gun oil. I've got a gun oil rag so I know it's not contaminated with anything else. Got some patches here and Q-tips come in handy to get into the small places, and then a couple rags here to wipe stuff off as we go. So let's get started. I'm going to do the barrel first because this is kind of the one thing that matters on how you do it. The rest of this stuff you can just go at it. It doesn't matter. But to get started on the barrel, you want to put it in the back. And that means two things. And make sure you cram it all the way through. Okay, and it may feel a little gritty at first, but it will smoothen out, and you're breaking up all the carbon and anything else that's in there. So once you feel it's gotten pretty smooth and ain't doing much more, you can call that done. We'll grab the bristle brush and go at the rest of it just to break everything loose. And then we can grab our rag here, wipe it off. And now we'll grab our Jag. And if you've never used one before, it's got a little tit on the end of it. And we'll grab a patch, stab it right in the center, and same thing, put it in the back. Push all the way through. Okay. All that black stuff there is what we're trying to get rid of. So keep doing it until you see no more black stuff on there. Now this could depend on how many rounds you've fired. Depends on how many patches you've got to feed through here. But just remember to keep putting it in from the back and cram it all the way through. That's looking pretty good. I'm going to do one more just to be on the safe side. And we're looking pretty good. So I'm going to count the barrel as done. We can do the guide rod real quick and just kind of go through it and scrape off between the spring. Make sure everything's good and clean. Get the ends pretty good. And then take your rag and wipe it down. Alright, we'll count that as done. Now let's do the slide. Go at all of it. You're not going to hurt this in any way. You want to make sure you get the slide rails real good. Get the striker plate real good. Get the extractor real good. And then the rest of it is just to kind of clean off the rest of the dirt and grime and whatever else may be on here. And once you get that done, grab your rag and give that a good wipe off. Make sure to get in here real good. Remove all the solvent. I also like to take a Q-tip here and run down the slide rails. Make sure you get those real good. Alright, we're looking pretty good. And let's do the frame. Just go at it. Go everything that you can see. It's not going to hurt it. I like to get the mag release real good. And then just get everything else around it. Alright, once you got that done, go ahead and take your rag. Wipe it off. And we'll probably have to go at some of this with the Q-tips because there's a lot of areas in here that are hard to get with your finger. So we'll grab a Q-tip, and like I said, I like to get the slide rails real good. Make sure those are nice and clean. And then get down in the areas you can't really reach with your finger. Just try and get all the solvent out. Alright. Looking good. Time for some lube. So I'm going to grab my gun oil. And I have a gun oil rag just so I know it's not contaminated with anything else. Spray a little bit on here. I use quite a bit. It's not quite that necessary, but at least I know it's going to go through all my parts and be okay. I like to hit the slide rail real good, because you know that's where friction is going to happen. But basically you're looking for scratches, scrapes, wear marks, anything that shows metal on metal contact. And you don't want to put it everywhere, because oil tracks dirt and dust and debris, so we don't want everything to attract it. The slide, same thing. I'm looking for scratches, scrapes, rub marks, anything on there that may make me think that this is rubbing on the frame. And alright, we're looking pretty good there. The guide rod, I just try to throw some down in there between the springs, just to try and make it function a little easier. Not really necessary, but like I said, I do it just to try and help it. The barrel, again, you're looking for scratches, scrapes, you know, markings that show metal on metal contact, and this is an internal part, so I pretty much do the whole thing except for where these notches are. That's pretty much the only thing I don't do. And then I also do a little dab on the feeding ramp just to help guide the ammunition into the chamber. So the only thing left to do is put it back together. So let's take our slide here, and I've got the muzzle end to my left here. Let's grab the barrel. Like I said, there's notches on here that we didn't lube. Those are going to be facing upward. Okay, so put the barrel in the barrel hole and just drop it in and push it back. It will seat itself. You also notice on the barrel here, there's a couple little steps on that notch. There's one that's kind of a half moon shaped. That's where the guide rod's going to sit. So remember that for the next step. The guide rod, you've got a little end and a flat bigger end. The bigger end is what's going to go into that half moon slot on the barrel. So take the little end and put it below the barrel, and then you're going to have to compress it again to make sure it is seated in its correct position. This is what it should look like. Alright, lastly, you'll notice there's a couple little notches right here on the back of the slide. Those line up with the rails here on the front of the frame. So slide those together. There we go. Should just take a little cock to get it to work. Now we're going to do a function check. Everything seems to be working good. So let's take a clean rag here and give this one final wipe down. This is your time to polish everything off, remove any oils, solvents, cleaners, anything that's on here. Let's take this time to get rid of it and make this gun look like it's brand new. Alright, we're looking good. So we have taken apart, cleaned, lubed, and put back together a Palmetto State Armory Dagger Compact. This is a 9mm. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section. I will gladly help you out. We will see you next time. Thanks for watching. I also offer the online course to get your Texas license to carry a handgun. It's the 4-hour class broken down into segments and saves you progress so you can do it at your own pace. After completing the course, you can print your certificate. Then it'll help you locate an instructor close to you, no matter where you are in Texas, so you can complete the shooting portion of the course. This is all certified by the Texas Department of Public Safety. Check it out at reverendguns.com. If you have any questions or comments, please add them below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more firearms education.